Well, good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. I'm Mike at Filmboy24, and today we're going to have a lot of fun because I dug out my Canon 514XL, and I didn't have to dig too far because it's relatively new for me, and it wasn't really buried. And I put a roll of Vision 350D in it, and I took it out and about. Want to see what I got? It's coming. I'm back at it again. I got my Canon 514XL out a couple days ago, put a brand new roll of Vision 350D in it, and like I said in the intro, I just kind of ran around town with it a little bit. Now, before we get into exactly what happened with all of these goodies, let me give you a couple of updates really quickly. My 7 and 7 found film little series I was planning is a go. It seems like everybody was into it. Basically what that is 7 found films. Whoa! Don't drop. Ooh, that was scary. In 7 days. So I got 7 different found films from different parts of the United States. And I'm going to do one each day starting February 20th, and we're going to do the last one on February 26th. So there will be one video a day, and each one, excuse me, 1 second, please. Thank you. And each one, as you can see right here on my numbering system, I already got them organized the way I want to do them. Each one will be different. If it's not, then something really strange is happening. So let me go through the lineup really quick in the order that I have them in, and I have my little labels here on top. Day 1, which is February 20th, we're going to do this one from La Habra Heights, California. It is an Ektachrome G160 silent film. We'll start with that one. Then following day, we're going to try this Kodachrome K40. Now, disclaimer, I'm not excellent at getting results out of this old Kodachrome that was previously shot. Now, if you shoot it yourself, that's different. You can usually get halfway decent results. This K40 was shot, I don't know, a long time ago in Point Park, Michigan. Well, that's where it came from. I don't know if that's where it was shot. So if we don't get results on this, I'm going to process it first anyway. I don't do it live anymore. So I might throw another roll of K40 in there and just do a couple until I get decent results. But anyway, that'll be on the 21st. The third one is coming from Chillicothe, Maryland, and it's a Ektachrome Type G, Ektachrome 160 Type G. Number 4 will be, we all know what this is. This is Type A Ektachrome 160, the old school Ektachrome 160 from Cameraman Mike series. It's a sound film, and we know there's a really good chance that we're going to get good audio and halfway decent results out of that. So look for that on the 4th day of my, settle down, of my 7 and 7. Back to the good old Ektachrome Type G. This comes from Bel Air, Maryland, and if you saw my previous found film processing episode, you'll know that we got a roll sent from Steven over at Film and Photography Forever. His roll came from Bel Air, Maryland. Check it out if you haven't seen that. The 6th roll, something a little bit different. It is a roll of 7240, Ektachrome 7240. Now, this was a color film. It was a VNF1 process. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do this in black and white, which is, it's likely, or maybe E6. Now, I have two more rolls of this. And one of them is partially shot. So I may finish that roll and then experiment with that roll to know what to do with this one. This one came from Ross, California. I don't know if it was where it was shot, but that's where I got it. And the 7th and final roll will be the Ektachrome 160 Type A. This is similar to the Cameraman Mike roll, but this is not from that batch. It's a sound roll. I figured we'd end it with some sound. This one comes from New London, Wisconsin. Now, we have done another roll of this. I think we've done a roll of most of these, except for the 7240 and maybe the Kodachrome. So each day when I post these starting February 20th, I might put a clip of the previous rolls just to kind of get everybody back up to speed on what batch these came from. But we'll figure that out when the time comes. Anyway, look for that on February 20th. That's a Sunday. It'll go from Sunday to Saturday. I also wanted to update everybody on my K3 Super 16 upgrade and the cover I've been telling everyone about. Now, this is not a blimp. It's not for sound. It's strictly for light. I don't want to get too much into it right now. I just want to preview, but it is finished. This is prototype 1, and I've shot 2 rolls of film with this camera. Settle down. Or I should say 1 3/4 rolls with this camera so far. It was the 72-22. This actually is still in the camera. I'm about 3/4 of the way through this roll. And I also shot my classic 250D Vision 2. That one's been exposed already. I also want to tell you, you remember this beast? My camera that was manufactured in 1924, my Bell & Howell 70 series. I did shoot a more modern roll of film through it just this past weekend. A little more modern. Well, more modern than the 80-year-old roll I shot in it previously. I shot my favorite black and white film that's been discontinued now for some time, the Plus X 7231. It's been fully exposed, but it hasn't been processed yet, so I don't know what we got. Stay tuned if you're interested to see what this beast, this fixed, focused 1924 camera will do with 7231. Stay tuned. The last thing I want to say is I've been working on a video where I pit the Krasnogorsk 3 or K3 against the, can you see it back here? The Bolex H16 reflex. Now, they're very different cameras in an array of different ways, but I kind of want to give some pros and cons and go over some of the basic features of each and sort of do a little mini battle between the K3 and the H16. So stay tuned for that. It is a video that I have been working on the last week, so we'll hopefully get into that soon. Anyway, back to the Canon 514XL. Now, this is the XL model. I did a video on this a couple months ago. If you're interested in learning a little bit more and a little more in-depth review of the 514XL, I shall put a link somewhere in the corner for you to explore. This time around, I just loaded it up with a brand new roll of Vision 3 50D, my pretty much all-time favorite color film stock, negative. I put it in here. Now this is a silent only. You can't put sound film in these cameras. The XLS, the 514 XLS, will accept the sound film. This is the XL. And if you remember my video where I talked about this camera, it was sort of a hype thing for me. I was listening to all the people talk about these little 514s. Now, I already am a huge fan of Canon. I have the 814 electronic. I have 3 or 4 of the 1014 electronics, and I have the 1014 XLSs. So I'm already a big fan of Canon. I love their optics. I'm shooting this video right now on a Canon M50. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger and I bought one of these, and I really liked it. It's fun, it's easy, it's sort of a no-brainer camera. The only thing you really have to do is focus it. That's it. Point, zoom in, zoom out if you want, but don't overdo it, and focus it. Yeah, anyone could use this camera. It's to be a great camera for beginners. However, it's a little pricey. But that's enough about the camera. If you want to see it, check out my other video and you'll see some more about it. But what I did is I loaded it up and I went just out and about. I drove over to the beachside, Atlantic Avenue, and filmed a tiny bit over there, and then some stuff on the water. And then I finished it out at Sugar Mill Gardens. So tried to get as much color as I could in there. Now there's a couple of spots where the focus is a little off. That's, that's this guy. Now, if you know me and you know my channel, which hopefully some of you do by now, I like to do everything myself. I could probably get phantasmic results out of this if I shot it and sent it to a professional lab to process it, to scan it. But to me, that's not where the fun is in it for me. I like to get in that kitchen in there and get my hands dirty, especially when they got cuts on them, and get the chemicals and everything going and develop my own film. I scan my own film. That's just the way I like to do it. Don't expect professional results, but let me show you what I got. like I said, it's not a professional result. It's a scan on my MovieStuff RetroScan Universal Mark 1 unit. It was processed by me in my Home Brew recipe for ECN-2. I didn't use C41. I know a lot of people do. I have used C41 with this motion picture film before. I wasn't really that happy with the result, but I've only done it once or twice, so I may give it another shot. It's much easier to use C41. Anyway, that's about it. I just kind of wanted to update you on what's coming. I have a found film episode coming in a few days. Look out for that. Last but not least, if you enjoy videos like this, how about share it? That would help me a little. And or tap the like button. I would appreciate that. Feel free to do, see this picture here? Subscribe if you're interested in this kind of content. I have a lot of fun here. It's exciting for me to get behind the camera, this go around, and in front of the camera and let you guys know what I enjoy doing. If you want to keep up with it, hit the bell notification and you'll be aware of every single time a video is released by this goofball. And until the very next time that I, the goofball, release another video, that was a good steady one. I'll see all of your beautiful faces on the very next go around.